Hi everyone, it's me again in my craft room, my studio as I'm calling it, since it's the full basement. It's not a very big basement, but it is the basement, and so it is now my studio. I thought I would show it to you before my brother comes down. He's not going to do anything tomorrow, but I want to show you how I have it cleaned up for him to see and kind of explain to him what I need. And then I'll come back after he's been here and just go through it again and show you what we've decided that he's going to do. So I left the door to the utility room open and turned the light on because I moved a bunch of stuff in here. My art supplies are in here and other things that I just had to get out of the way so he could see the space. There's my washer and dryer, and I have that cabinet in here. These are the wire shelves that used to hang over my desk, and I don't know if they will again. It's a bracket system. So I'll show them to my brother, and if he wants to make some wooden shelves for me, and it wouldn't take too long, that would be great. And there's my little freezer, my water heater, and my ironing board, and my furnace. So as long as I can get these things out of here, I don't want to clutter this room up with my crap stuff. But I have the rug shampooer that he left, the landlord left right there. In that bag are bubble wrap that I wrapped things up to move. And I can use those for packing, the pieces of bubble wrap. But all this other stuff down here, I want it out of here once I have my craft room organized. I do want to put a table here to put my, my laundry stuff there and be able to fold stuff. But all I want in here are the washer and dryer, that cabinet, and my freezer, if possible. I do have this table here that he left. He left it over there by where the dryer is. But my table is bigger. It's a metal table, enamel metal table that I had in my dining area in my small place. But it's bigger than that, so I thought it's in the garage right now, but I thought I would have that put right here. So this has nothing to do with my craft room. This is just how I want to organize my laundry area. And as I said, this is my shipping supplies here, and down there are the glue books that are ready to go in the shop and get packed up and mailed. So I just cleared this space by putting things in there or just pushing them to the perimeter of the room. So there's still quite a lot that needs to be put out. So I don't know, art supplies may have to live in the utility room if I keep them. If I don't have space for art supplies and a table to use them on, I don't know the point in keeping them. So this table here is still cluttered, and this table that I've been using is cluttered. This is my new phone holder with the gooseneck. Seems to be working well, but it's a tripod, and if I bump it, it's gonna wiggle. And I have just a desk lamp clipped to the ceiling there. So I don't know, I'm gonna talk to him about lighting and about shelves. And I would love to have a wider table so I have more space for crafting. I get very, very crowded. So I'm going to talk to him about that, and I'm going to talk to him about that shelf there that I showed you. It's got a dowel for putting on the old Stampin' Up! Style of whale tail tabs, punches, I mean. We call the tab punch a whale tail, but I really think that it's a whale tail, that this style of punch is called a whale tail because this looks like the whale tail. And I have a lot of Stampin' Up! Punches that are like that. They don't make them like that anymore. But that's what I want to talk about. My table, my shelves, and the rack for holding those punches. And I think that's about it that I need to discuss with him. So I'll come back after we have our little meeting and see what he has to say and what his ideas are. Oh, also, somebody in the comments suggested, I mentioned a table here, a narrow table that I can use for packing orders and also for laying out my journal signatures and supplies and stuff. And someone suggested if he makes it to have him put it on casters so I can roll it down here when I'm packing orders and then roll it closer to my work spot when I'm using it for laying things out. So those are thoughts. I'll keep you posted on what we're doing, and I know it's going to take him a while to do the things that I need him to do. I'm going to tell him the shelves are the priority, and if necessary, I can have someone put up those wire shelves while I wait. Depends on how long Burdette, that's my brother's name, Burdette, how long he says it will take him to make those shelves. His wife usually keeps him very busy with home projects because he's so good at it. He's retired. He has a workshop in his garage and a good music system with big old speakers out there in his garage, and he just hangs out there and he likes it. So that's it, and I'm going to tack more on the end of this, so I won't say goodbye. I'll just say see you in a minute. Hi everyone, it's Diane, and I've been working down here for a certain amount of time for the last few days, and making real progress. I still need my shelves, of course, and that will really help a lot. My brother is going to come on Sunday. Today is Friday. So he's going to come on Sunday, and then I'll have a better idea of a plan. He's doing some home projects right now for his wife, and he has a few days left to finish those up, and then he'll probably get started on something for me. So after I talk with him, I'll let you know what we figure out and what he will do for me. I think I will ask him for a narrow table to go right here, and I'll tell you why. I can use it to lay out pages, signatures, and things. It'll make it a lot easier for me, and that cluttered mess up there, it will make it easier if I have a table to lay things out on. And also, let me turn around here. I set up my shipping supplies right here, and I'll go into more detail on this collection of containers when we do the tour. But these are my boxes and envelopes and tape and tissue paper and all of that stuff, plus items that are in my shop or will be in my shop are all right there. And if I had a table right here, then I would be able to use the table to pack orders. So I have added some things to this cabinet. Right now it's got a lot of fabric in it and it's really not very organized. The organization of the structures, the bookshelves and the drawers and all that will come later. I'm just putting things in places, and the organization will probably have to come after I get my shelves. So that unit right there is empty because I don't think I'm going to have a place for it. So why fill it? It's just there for now. I have these boxes and containers on the floor that I still have some things in, but that's pretty much all of it, I think. So a lot of this is art supplies, and I'm not getting all of those out yet. So, all right, I'm doing a spin around here. This has more items on it. So as I'm crafting, until I get my shelves and really get things the way I want them, as I'm crafting, I will have to take time to look for what I want, because I won't remember where I have put things, but that's doable. And I don't think anything has changed in this unit. I have this table here. I haven't really done anything with that, setting it up for using my Cricut and Big Shot. It still has that drawer unit there that fits underneath the table where I can store the pieces that go, like the plates and all kinds of things. To embossing folders are down there to use in those. So I had the table cleared off so that I could use it, and it does have a lot of things on it that I need, and some of those things are crowding because I don't have my shelves. Some of those things will go on the shelves, and I am working on those glue books. I'm adding the pockets, and then they'll be done. So I have, I've ordered a tripod for this phone since I can't clip it to the shelves over my head because I don't have them. I keep talking about those shelves. But I did order a tripod for a phone. So hopefully, that's coming today. In about an hour, I think it's supposed to be delivered. So I might come down here and tack onto this video a film. I'll try it out and see if it works well. And I've been using my sewing machine to make the ties for these journals, so that's being used. And again, there is stuff here that will go on the shelves. My drawers of lace are just like they were in the other house. Now, this is where I spent a lot of time working yesterday and again today. I finished it up, except for the little dregs here. I cleared this floor and I cleared this chair out. Right now, it just has empty containers that are going to just be removed. But I can actually sit and enjoy this chair. And I hung up my shelf and put my little journals on that. It does hold a lot. And I filled up these drawers with the same things they had in my other place. And this little stack down there, they won't live there. It's just what I have to do for now. And I think I have stuff in all of those drawers, and that will probably change. What's in those will probably change, but right now there's something in the drawers. And I even have some empty drawers in those little containers. So that's where we're at right now. And I'm going to take a break and come back when I get my tripod and maybe finish up the pages in the last glue book with you. Won't that be fun? Actually doing some crafting together. So I'm feeling a little more hopeful. I mean, there's still a lot of mess here and it's still inconvenient to work down here. But there is real progress being made, and I'm excited that my brother is coming out Sunday. Day after tomorrow. He'll visit my parents. He always visits my parents on Sunday morning while I go to church, and then in the afternoon, he will stop by here. So I can't wait. I should have a treat for him. So I hopefully will tack something onto the end of this video, and if not, I'll just say have a creative day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Here we are Sunday afternoon, and my brother was here, and he did measurements, and we talked about what I wanted and needed, etc. So here's what we have decided. We're going to go with the wire shelving that I had on the walls. So that will not cost me anything. I just have to have someone hang it for me. So hopefully either my son or my son-in-law can do that. I think my brother will do it if it doesn't get done before he comes again, I guess. I don't know. But as far as table goes, he is going to build me a table. He calls it a bench. We're going to build a bench, and it will have, like right about here, it'll have 2 drawers, because I told him that these drawers work for me. So I just need space for them to be. But those 2 drawers here, one of them has pattern paper and one has cardstock. So when I'm making ephemera, and I'm always reaching down to those drawers to get scraps, And if I pull them all the way out like they are right now, I have a terrible time getting them back in. It's pretty inconvenient. So he's going to put some built-in drawers into my table. And he might extend the table a little bit wider to give me a little more space. But also, he's going to draw a plan and send it to me in a PDF form, the sketch that he comes up with. And it can be an L only to that wooden box. So just a short little leg there, but maybe enough to put some of my supplies over there so I don't feel so crowded. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with. Also, if you remember, I showed you the rack that my husband made to store these. I showed that to him, and he's going to come up with something that does the job, the same job, but looks better. So I don't know if he's going to make it a little bigger or make two of them. We discussed both options. I'm just kind of letting him come up with what he wants to come up with. He enjoys doing those sorts of things. And what else? Oh, so I mentioned that I would like a narrow table on casters that I can use to pack orders. So I would have it down at that end of the room when I'm packing orders. And then when I am working on a project, I can have it more in this area, closer to my table. So I can lay out supplies in piles or signatures that kind of keep my signatures straight. Because, you know, if I'm doing multiple journals, it's nice to have the signatures laid out so I can kind of keep track of what I'm doing. I've been wanting something like that for a long time. But also when I do something like a recipe journal or domestic arts journals, and I have tons of different supplies that go in there, it would be nice to have a table to just lay out supplies so I can keep them organized. So it would be that would be a great asset, a rolling table. So I talked about that, and I don't know why I didn't think of this, but if he's going to make me a new table, he can take this table and remove this wooden part that my husband added to it. So it would be a narrow table. I can't remember what the measurement was, but you can see there from here to here. And put casters on it and maybe like a trestle or something to, keep it sturdy. And I can roll it back and forth. So that would be an expense saver, just to use that melamine, I think he called it, countertop. So the only other thing was he commented on these wooden drawers here. Thought this was a nice unit of drawers, and I told him that one of them was broken. This one, this kept sliding out the back. So he asked me for a hammer, and he fixed it. So the nails broke through the two spots there, and he replaced them. I think he put them in a new spot. So now I can put my papers back in there, and I can open that drawer without the bottom sliding out the back. So that was a blessing right there. So that's it. New table in the planning stage, and existing shelves can go up, and a tab or a punch rack will be built, and a table on casters. Oh, one more thing. I showed him underneath this die cutting table. It has my Cricut and my Big Shot on it. It's a mess right now, but I'll move all that stuff and just have my equipment on it. But this box that I've mentioned hides the water meter. And he looked inside it, and it doesn't need to be quite that big. So I can't, See, the legs of this table won't go around it. So I need about 1.5 inches gone off of this in order to make this slide in. Instead, it's just sticking out like a sore thumb into the room. So eventually, that's not top priority. He said that can go on my wish list, that he might be able to shrink that box a little bit so I can slide my table back up against the wall. And that would be wonderful. So that's the plans we have, and I will keep you posted on how things are going with that. So I'm excited to see how it all comes together. He said, you have a lot of stuff. Because you have so much stuff, it's not going to be pretty. I said, I don't expect pretty. I want it to work. I know it's not going to be pretty. I don't have the matching IKEA furniture. I have mismatched stuff, and there's stuff that doesn't look pretty like that. But I will be able to see it and use it, and that's all that matters to me. All right, so I'm going to go now, and I'll be back with another video soon, I hope, and I'll see you then. Have a creative day. Bye.